Okay, so I'm trying to see if we're live. If people are there, just let me know that you're there, okay? I can just wait a little bit, and it says live. I'll just wait a little bit till it looks like somebody's going to be there. I know there's another live video going on, so maybe some people are watching that. So let's see. Well, I'm just very happy to be here. Again, this wonderful sacred container. Very grateful for Matthew, Liam Gardner, and all of the supporting people who are working with him to open up this just beautiful, beautiful sacred healing space, awakening, heart-opening space. And it's just a wonderful gift at this time, particularly when there's so much transformation going in, so many high frequencies coming in, and at all times, it's just a wonderful portal that has opened here. And hi, Monique. Oh, good. There's some people there. That's good to know, right? So, and I'm very honored to be here and to have been invited into the group. So we might get started here. This is going to be longer than the live I did last week. This is probably going to go close to an hour, it's just so people know. And so it's going to be a very, very amazing journey that we're going to be going on together. And what we're going to be doing is largely connecting with the All Love Sekhem energy, which is a very amazing, very profound energy that I have had the good fortune to have come across thanks to my teacher and mentor, Patrick Ziegler, to pronounce it right. And I just want to say a few words about this energy. And it's not really anything outside of us or outside of you guys. It's really your soul energy, that your maximum potential, your highest potential energy that is coming in when we work with the All Love Sekhem energy. Okay, so you just are opening to receive your light, okay, and you just welcome it through your whole being. And this is the process that's going to be going on during our time together. And it is an energy that will stay with you, especially as you open to that possibility and just appreciate it in all aspects of your being. So you're welcoming that energy in, and as this amazing high vibrational energy comes in, which is your energy, your highest soul energy, you may experience any kind of heavier energies that need to transform. You may experience them coming up in the form of like emotions, some kinds of heavier emotions, and just if that comes up for you, just allow yourself to feel them and experience them. And we say in the experiencing, in the feeling, is the transformation, is the awakening. So we want to get in touch with whatever's there. And there could be physical stuff that shows up. And so just, continuing to that means something's happening. So just continuing to be with this energy. So I did kind of introduce, like in the introduction to this experience, that we're going to be going on a journey where we're going to receive 5 light transmissions that are going to open us to our awakened self, to our awakened heart, and to our heart of healing and wholeness. So that we're going to be experiencing a number of different ways that we're going to be entering into this energy and calling it in. So there's going to be lots of stuff going on. So we're really going to play. We're going to have fun. We're going to go deep, and we're going to just let ourselves experience what's there for us. I'm very grateful for this chance to really share my passion with all of you. And thanks again for joining. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is just kind of let ourselves move a little bit. Because this body is our sacred vessel, right? And so we want to take care of it. We want to just like open things up, just love our bodies and just see what the body needs. I'd like to do this at the beginning of an experience because sometimes, from the very beginning, we can just start to open things up, just stretching, just being in touch with whatever you need at this time. The neck stores a lot of tension. You can roll that. The shoulders. Okay. You can shake it out, right? Yeah. And breathe. And just begin to breathe. And also just start from the beginning, become aware of your heart, spiritual heart center, which is right here between your throat and your physical heart. And you can even put your hand there too. I know you're moving, so don't let that restrict your movement, but just notice, how you're feeling in your heart. And I'm already starting to move in an infinity pattern. So we're just gonna, when you're ready, you've already started moving, opening up. Just let yourself move in an infinity pattern, okay? So we're just going to invite in the infinity energy, okay? And so this is infinite love, infinite peace, infinite light, infinite joy. It's really all that we are, just inviting all that we are. And we can imagine that there's a beautiful star above our head that's moving in an infinity pattern. And we're just inviting that infinity energy in that way, feeling it move through the crown. And as we move it through, basically our chakras, we're experiencing the chakras receiving a purification from this amazing energy and an activation, okay? And you can even say the words, all love. As you do it, like a little mantra, you just find your rhythm. Sometimes we use music, but I'm just doing it all live, all the sounds. Besides that, I don't know how to do the music because it's all on the tablet that we're using now, so. All love, bringing infinity through the third eye, feeling the third eye purify with that energy coming through, feeling the third eye open. And just through the throat. All love. All love. Feel the love. Feel the all of the love. Feel the love for all. And the all love. And just your shoulders receiving the vibration of the infinity. All love. Just relaxing into it. And just feeling what's there. The heart. Feel the all love in your spiritual heart right here. And you can even spread your arms, spread your wings. Just feel the wings in your heart. All love, all love. And bring it down to your solar plexus. All love, all love, all love. Bringing you back into your true power. Down through your sacral, all love. Just really moving those parts of your being with all love energy, with the infinity energy. Down through your hips, all love. Down your legs that carry you through this life as you are grounded in the truth of who you are and can live in that truth. Just let all the legs and the feet, just grounding in that energy, Then moving down into the heart of Mother Earth. All love. All love. And then experience the infinity energy coming up from the earth. It's coming up, this beautiful column of infinity energy. Feel the energy coming up, and just be aware that the infinity is still coming down. This is infinity coming down from the heavens, and infinity coming up from Mother Earth. Okay? Oh, a lot. And then an amazing thing happens. At your heart, just feel the infinity from above and below meeting, and just experience the heart opening with those infinities. And just notice how that feels. And if you want, you can stay with the infinity energy through our time together. And you can move, just be with whatever feels right to you. Just trust and just surrender to what you're feeling. Just being with whatever's there. Okay, so as you just rest in the energy of the infinity, maybe there's some vibration, maybe you're still moving, but if you're still now, you might notice some vibration. Okay, we're going to share an opening prayer with you. Excuse me. And this is a prayer that's going to invite in the energy of Shiva. And the Shiva energy is about inviting transformation. It's very much like the theme of our galactic fire, our galactic campfire, which is all about transformation, transmutation, as the light energies are coming in. It's transformation to the truth of who we are. Just allow yourself to continue to receive what's there for you. And just be in touch with anything that's going on for you in any way. And just surrender to the process. Okay. So we're just going to move right into the next transmission of light, which is tapping into our voices as a conduit for this light energy, as a conduit for realizing who we really are, as a conduit for coming home. So we'll do this for a while to continue on the journey, and also for you to know how you can just simply tap into the voice, your voice, as a way to really deepen your healing, deepen your meditation, just deepening your journey. So you're just gonna kind of your shoulders back, let yourself be open, and you know no one's gonna hear you, so you don't have to worry about how you sound. We're going to be using the sound ah. We're going to start with the sound ah, but then you can go to any other sound that you feel guided to go to. And I tend to do that. We'll just see what happens. We'll just go with the flow of it. And just experience the sound, not only coming from your voice, but feel the sound coming from your whole energy, from all your cells. And just experience how as you open with your voice, you're deepening the healing process, the light is coming in more. Everything is amplified when we use our voices. We notice that, okay? So we'll start. Take a nice breath. Just take the breath at your own pace. Everybody has a different pace of breathing. So just take a nice breath and just be present with what your experience is now. Feel how your body feels. Notice your heart, how your heart feels. Okay. So hello, everybody. Feel free to, I know we're kind of engaged now, but if you want to make any comments, if you have any questions, You just want to say hi, you want to say where you're watching from, that's all welcome. I'm not going to be too much reading comments because I have ADD and it distracts me. But I love you guys making comments, so thank you so much. So now we're going to go into a light transmission of joy, okay? And joy, we know, is an amazing frequency. It's up there with love and light and peace and all that. So, you know, when we were children, we were totally in that joy. It was easy for us to laugh, and we didn't have to have a reason to laugh. And once we got older, we had to have a reason to laugh, right? So we're just gonna have a little experience of the possibility of opening that channel of joy together, okay? And the way we're gonna do it is we're gonna do it through laughter, okay? So this is laughter for no reason, sustained, prolonged laughter. And I just want to say that sometimes when people do this laughter to laughter meditation, and it's really the most fun meditation that I know, and sometimes people will go into sadness or anger or other emotions will come up when they're laughing, okay? So if that happens to you, just let yourself go with the other emotion that might come up, okay? And we also have a phrase, fake it till you make it. So for some people, it's going to be hard to go back into that childlike joy, that childlike laughter. So if you fake it till you make it, you're going to get there, like anything, okay? And they say that when people have fake laughter or a fake smile, that it has the exact same physiological, emotional kinds of response as genuine laughter. So guess what? Okay. So we're just going to go into that joy now. And we're going to laugh together, okay? And just play with the laughter, experiment with the laughter, and just have yourselves a good time, okay? And just know that this laughter is also inviting in your light. And you know, you can literally laugh yourself to enlightenment. You know, in certain groups, I've been known to laugh for like almost 2 hours. So, let's see where it got me. Not really very far. But let's go. So just really open yourselves to this light transmission of joy. Play with it. I can feel that you guys are doing it with me. Because it's different when I really do it by myself. I feel like we're really doing it together. So you're amazing. Thank you for doing it with me. Because it would be really hard to do it just by myself. So just feel what that's like. Just experience what's going on for you after the voice, after the laughter, after the movement. Good. And now as our journey continues, we're actually going to go right into a meditation transmission. Okay, and I was in India for 48 days for this inner sound meditation just in the fall. It was a solitary meditation retreat, and my teacher, Master Yogi Shiva, I have to thank, just so grateful to him for his inspiration, for his transmission, and for how he took care of me I wasn't the easiest person to take care of. We won't say much about that, but it was a blessing for me, and it's very powerful, this meditation, and it works. It just takes, for me, it takes the all love to another level, and so I feel like they really go together, really, really well. Okay, so we're all just going to, and I want to share this with you to start you to connect with really, it's a sound of God, vibration, frequency, and it's really connecting you to your inner sacred divine, of course, right? So you're just gonna get comfortable and just take some nice breaths, and you can be, your back needs to be straight, okay? You can be sitting in a chair, you can sit on the floor, you can be standing, lying down even. So just take some nice breaths. And just imagine that we're going to go back to that infinity. There's an infinity energy in your third eye, okay? And then you can experience saying out loud or saying inside the words, all love. It's kind of like a mantra, all love. Feeling the infinity in your third eye, all love. And that's what you're going to do through the meditation. Now, you don't have to have the mantra and the symbol, but it has been found to help people a lot with their concentration. But you can just be in presence and just, just be here and just, so the sound element is the focus of the meditation, okay? So you're going to just listen to the loudest sound in your area, in your room, or wherever you are. Just focus on the loudest sound. And then you're going to go to the next loudest sound. You just get more and more subtle until you go to the very subtlest sound. Okay? Okay, good. And then you're going to drop into your inner sound, we call it, okay? And it's actually a sound that isn't heard with our ears in the end. It's a sound that's perceived with our consciousness. And it's not really a sound, it's really consciousness. And so all that activity is going to be around the crown area. And that's why we have the focus on the third eye, kind of a higher focus. The sound in the end is going to be coming from the crown. You'll notice it coming from the crown, but it's a process, it's a journey, okay? And so some examples of inner sound might be, say, tinnitus, what people call tinnitus, like a ringing sound. Might be tones. You might hear, like when you listen in a seashell, you can hear like the sound of the ocean. Some people hear that as inner sound. But there's like a whole, array of sounds. And some people say that inner sound is connected with the chakra sounds, okay? But really the sound that is the highest frequency sound that's going to reflect the sound of the soul is a higher pitch sound, okay? So it's sort of like it's kind of like mosquitoes, and it changes it's different at different times, but it's really the highest frequency, the higher frequency. So just stay with, the most consistent sound, and if the higher frequency is there, just connect with that. And if you really are not connecting with the inner sound, just stay with the most subtle outer sound that you hear. And just, just love yourself, be easy with yourself. It's just, okay, it went off and now it's on again, good. Okay, so good. And so, there's a new channel, again, we were reopening our channel of joy. We're also going to, for a lot of us, we're opening this channel to this frequency or this consciousness of inner sound, or the sound of God, the sound of the soul, okay? And there's also the other channel is, of course, the outside sounds, hearing my voice, or any other sounds that may be going on around you, okay? And the nice thing is that when you really are very deep with this with this way of meditation, this way of connecting, you can hear the inner sound all the time, no matter what you're doing. And so it's really a connection, with all that you are, with your, truest, highest self, really, okay? And then along the way, you might notice that there are some qualities of the inner sound. Say, it might be peace, joy, whatever comes up for you. And as you really deeply connect, you'll be able to, get guidance, ask questions, start to really have a very close relationship with your inner sound. Okay, good. So now, I'm just going to let you stay in this energy as you're connecting, receiving this new transmission. And there's going to be some outer sounds that's going to be shared with you. And so the challenge is it possible to stay with the inner sound and to also be open to the outer sound, okay? So just stay with the inner sound for some by itself, and then we're just gradually going to introduce some outer sound. Just noticing what's there in any way. Just noticing what's there now. Maybe the sound is still going, the inner sound going. Maybe there's just something else going on. Just being with it. Just one with what's there, not worrying about anything except just what's right here now, and feeling that. And just welcoming your light in, moving through your whole being. So we're going to move into our next transmission of light, which is really just opening you to the energy of your highest, truest self, to the energy of love. Just being open to receive, feeling your spiritual heart. Just noticing what that's like. And sometimes we might imagine that there are doors in our heart, like it's a heart chamber, and there may be memories or emotions or feelings that might come up. That could happen. And that happens, just feel that. Just totally experience that with your whole being. So you're going to just be receiving, breathing, receiving, and feeling what's there. Just welcoming in your light from above, okay? Just feeling that move through all that you are, down your legs and your feet, and anchoring into Mother Earth. Notice way above your head is an amazing, brilliant sun. And it is from this sun that the light is coming down. And just receive that light. And also notice above your head, on your crown, actually, there's a beautiful flower bud that's been opening through our whole time together. As the sun comes and touches the petals, they begin to open even more. And just breathe that in, notice that, feel that. And notice from the flower, there's a stem. And notice a stem that goes all the way down to your spiritual heart. And notice that your spiritual heart is nurturing that flower, as well as a light from above. So just keep receiving your light, noticing how that feels. Notice from the sun above, notice the strong column of light that comes from that sun above, comes all the way down, comes through your crown, down through your whole being into the earth, just strongly anchoring a strong column of light in. And feel your strong column of light. Connected to our strong column of light, then we can just move through our life totally grounded in this truth. Just moving with things in our highest truth and in love. just right now, just be totally here in your body. Just totally welcome to receive. Good. And as this light column touches the heart of Mother Earth, just notice how Mother Earth is also offering her blessings from below. And just begin to receive the love from Mother Earth. And just breathe that up. Even as you continue to breathe down the light from that sun. Just feel the love of Mother Earth coming in. And just notice that at your heart, an amazing thing happens. The light from above and the light from below meet right at your heart. And just feel your heart beginning to open. Just feel the energy opening, and just you can spread your arms again. Just really open with that light coming in. Opening the heart from above and below. And just feel like there's a cross at your heart. Just experience that energy. And just notice how that feels. And now again, just bring yourself really present. And just notice that brilliant sun from above. Just starting to come down the light column, sliding down the light column. And just noticing it come to your crown, and noticing how it's sitting in the flower that's on your crown, and noticing how the flower is opening to receive the sun. Just notice how that is. And we say it's like the Egyptian gods and goddesses, how they have this beautiful sun of enlightenment on their crowns. Just feel that sun of enlightenment on your crown. And now, just let that sun slip through the flower. Let it slip through your crown. Let it come down through your third eye. Let it come down through your throat. And now just let that sun sit in your heart center. And just notice how that is. The sun of spirit in your heart on that horizontal crossbar. And just experience the energy of the Ankh. Spirit in your heart. Right here, right now. And just breathe that in. And notice how that feels. And just notice how, as your heart is opening more and more, just notice how your heart is connecting with the hearts of everybody, say in the fire here, the sacred fire in this group. Feel how your heart is connecting with the hearts of all the people on our planet. Connecting with all the animals, connecting with all the trees and the grasses and the flowers. Feel this one heart. Feel how your heart is connecting with the waters of the earth, the rivers, the streams, the oceans. Feel your heart one with the sky. Feel how we're one even beyond our planet, with all the planets in the solar system. Feel us one with all the planets in the galaxy, in the universe. Even one with the infinite dimensions. Feel yourself connected to all time, to the hearts of all those who have been and all those who are yet to be, right here, right now, in this moment. Now find yourself on top of a beautiful deserted island, the most beautiful place you can imagine being on, and you are the only person on this island, and you're up on top of a very high cliff, really high cliff, and your arms are outspread, and it's like you're flying, really. And around you, above you, below you, all around you and through you is this dazzling, shining, sparkling ocean of light. And you continue to receive this light, and it seems to get brighter and brighter and brighter. And you almost feel like it's so bright that it's going to blind you, but it's not. It's not going to blind you. It's your light. And you begin to notice how, as the light is more intense, you feel like you're receiving some kind of activation, because all your cells begin to vibrate, all your cells begin to dance with the energy of all the light coming in and receiving that light. And you feel your heart. Greater than a love than you've ever felt before. Just feel the love, feel your heart. You feel this heart of all beings everywhere. And as you look across the horizon, you notice, and you can't imagine that an even brighter light can come in across the horizon. And you're just open to receive that light too. And you begin to understand what they mean when they say, to receive is to give, and to give is to receive. And you feel this endless cycle going on now. Giving and receiving, receiving, giving the light, the love, and your beautiful shining presence. Around you, feel the amazing light at your crown. Really feel the crown filling with light. And just feel your strong column of light moving down from above, anchoring into Mother Earth. And just feel like you're so solid. You just feel like a tree with roots. And feel those roots of light that really strongly anchor you to the earth, so that you can live and be in this light that you are at all times. energies are coming in, you might notice that there might be some kind of heavy energy going on. You might notice that there might be some kind of physical stuff going on. And just know that this is part of your journey. This is your healing. And it's possible to actually have a conversation. If there's anger or whatever coming up, we can have a conversation with a person who you need to talk to at any time along your timeline. And with a physical thing, you can also ask, notice who this person might represent. And it's good to go earlier in our timeline, our childhood. And again, you can call in the people that you need to talk to. All the time, just being in your light, being in your truth, and resolution will come, and you just breathe the light through, supporting that transformation. So again, just feel the all love. Feel the all love in all your cells. Just breathe that in. Feel the one love, the one heart. To go even deeper as we move on to the next transmission. Just going to kind of expand this connection from this transmission. So if you want to, you can lie down for this, or you can be seated still. We're going to experience a DNA activation of our spiritual heart, the DNA in our spiritual heart area. So just get comfortable and just continue to receive the vibration, the experience that's going on for you. And let that continue to integrate as I move you into a DNA activation. Now, DNA activation is very important for our times because it's going to amplify our energy and strengthen us in all ways, on all levels of our being, okay? Our immunity, our emotions, in every way, okay? So, again, just take a nice breath. And now you're going to experience infinity energy at your spiritual heart. Good. And just notice in your spiritual heart that there is a single cell, and within the cell there is DNA. Okay, and this is the DNA that's going to receive this activation. And behind this single cell, just notice that there is a perfect divine template of your DNA. And this divine template is going to hold the space for this activation. Okay? Just notice that. Now you're going to, at this point, before we go into the actual details of the activation itself, you're going to notice if there are any gaps in your DNA, any spaces. Now, you might see, if you're visual, you might see the gaps, or you just ask Spirit, are there any gaps in my DNA? And so it's important to notice the gaps, because the gaps are sometimes the cause of a lot of our suffering, a lot of our trauma. And so now we have an opportunity to call forth the perfect DNA energy, just just as we start, to call that in, that light energy to come in and fill in the gaps. So we do that now. We call in the divine perfection of the DNA light to come in and repair the gaps. You just experience that. However that is for you. And just notice how that feels. Good. And just breathe that in. Breathe that into all your cells, okay? Good. So before we actually begin on the activation, I keep before that, but we're going to just give you a preview of what's going to be going on during this activation in terms of this whole amazing energetic structure that's going to be springing up around us. So we're going to be imagining as this DNA activation unfolds, we're going to be imagining that we are sitting in a crystal light octahedron. And so it's like two pyramids, one pyramid above and one pyramid below. The one below is inverted. And so we're kind of at the base of the two pyramids. So this is a temple, okay? We're actually going to be experiencing building this temple that's going to hold the space for perfect DNA activation to support us in the highest and best way at this time. Good. So you're going to notice, okay, so this temple is going to have the structure of, it's going to have three different axes. So there's going to be the vertical axis that's going to be a part of this temple, which is the axis of heaven above us, this spiritual light column going down to earth below, okay? And then there's going to be the horizontal axis of, on the right is the masculine energy, and on the left is the feminine energy. So we have a cross again, okay? And then we're going to go into the axis of the front, which is the future, connecting to the present, connecting to the past behind. So you feel the cross up and down, across the right and left, your arms extend, and then the front and back. And you can kind of start to experience this pyramid energy of this temple starting to form, that's holding the space for your perfect divine activation. Good. So now you're going to bring your attention to the vertical axis, this strong light column, okay? And bring your attention to heaven above or spirit above, and then Mother Earth, spirit below, the divine feminine. And now you're going to bring two strands of DNA light energy from spirit above in to activate this DNA in this single cell in your spiritual heart. And you're going to bring two strands from below of light DNA coming from Mother Earth, from the divine feminine, bringing that up. And then you're just going to bring them all to this DNA in the single cell in your spiritual heart. And just experience that. And just give it time. Give it time to do what it needs to do. And just feel what's there as this is happening for you. And just breathe and receive. really open yourself to the experience. Okay, now I'm going to invite you to bring your attention to the horizontal axis and the horizontal part of the cross. And on your right, you're going to notice the masculine energy. It could be the grandfather energy, the father energy, and also the masculine, the male, divine masculine, okay? And then on the left is the feminine energy, the mother, grandmother, the divine feminine. So now just bring in 2 strands of perfect DNA, strands of light from the male energy on the right and the female energy on the left. And just bring them in to settle and activate this single DNA in the cell in your spiritual heart. And just take the time and give yourself space to experience that. Okay, good. Just know that whatever your experience is just what you need at this time. Okay, now we're going to bring our attention to the energy and the axis from the future that comes to the present, right here, to the past behind us. The future in front of us, the past behind us. And now just bring from the past, with those 2 strands of DNA, light, just bring in all the love from the past. Just bring it in that DNA light. All the experiences of love. And then bring in all of the experience of love that we project into the future. All our hopes and dreams, love for the people in our life, love for whatever things we want to bring in. Just receive 2 strands from the back of light and 2 strands from the front, from the future of light, and let them activate that DNA in the single cell in your heart center. And just take the time you need to experience that. I just noticed the amazing crystal light octahedron that you're in the middle of as this activation is taking place. Sacred temple of your DNA activation. And notice all the light and the love that's radiating from this. And now, once again, we're going to go back to the awareness of the vertical column of light connecting the heavens and connecting the earth. Okay, so we're just going to strongly invite in the light from the heavens, the spirit above, inviting that light in, and the light from Mother Earth, the divine feminine. Just experience that light coming in and just supporting what needs to be supported in those DNA in the cell in your heart. And notice and also just be aware again of that DNA that's been, not DNA, I'm sorry, the infinity sign that's been, the infinity energy that's been helping to integrate everything. Just notice that too. And just feel what's there. Good. Now just bring your attention to, on your right, the divine, the masculine and the divine feminine on the left. And just, it's like there's balls of light. Just allow those balls of light to just come in along those axes and settle in the spiritual DNA in your heart, in that single cell, in your spiritual heart. And just notice the experience. Just feeling what's there, receiving what's needed now. Okay, good. Now we're going to go to the light from the future, the light and love from the future, and the light and love from the past. And we're just going to invite in all of that light from the future and from the past. Just bring it in again to that DNA in the single cell in your spiritual heart. Just feeling everything come together now. Feeling the infinity energy sort of fading into the DNA to become a part of the DNA. Just notice the amazing sacred octahedron temple that you've created as you opened yourself to this DNA activation. And just notice what's there. In any way, just notice what's there. And just continue to receive. So you're going to notice that in your spiritual heart, in that cell, you're going to notice that cell is connected to another cell, and that cell is connected to another cell. And all of those cells are receiving the activation. So just experience this activation moving throughout all of your being, okay? Just feel it moving throughout. Notice the cells in your chest and your heart area being activated. Notice your shoulders being activated. Your arms. Good. Notice your neck and your face and the back of your head. Feel all the cells receiving the light and love of the activation. And feel the activation down your back, all parts of your being, in all your organs, your tissues, your bones, the muscles. Feel this activation going down to your belly, down your legs, your thighs, your knees, your feet. Just feel the activation fill you completely. Just let the activation bring you back to your perfect, whole, loving, light-filled self. And also, just know that this activation is not only for you, it's for all of your ancestors. Of course, receiving this, just notice the gratitude of your ancestors. And also feel your descendants, those who are to come in your family line. Feel how they're receiving it and feel their gratitude. And even beyond that, We know that we're connected to everybody else in this planet. We know that we're not separate. So just feel all of the collective consciousness, all of humanity receiving this DNA activation through all that they are. Receiving all the light, receiving all the love that's unfolding. And it's like you're in this beautiful collective temple, this octahedron temple. Everybody's in there together, receiving all that they are, receiving this activation, and it's just all love, all love. And feel your heart, feel the love in your heart. Feel the amazing love around you. Know that you're always loved, that you are love. And just feel the gratitude. Just continue to receive and feel, and also know that you can return to this activation anytime that you want to. It's not something anybody outside of you is giving you. You know how to be in the temple, in the sacred temple of the pyramid and the inverted pyramid. So you can just go back there anytime. And you're carrying this temple with you wherever you go. So just continue to receive what's there, okay? And I'm just gonna, as you guys are receiving, there'll be a short closing prayer. Loka samasta sukno bhavantu. Loka samasta sukno bhavantu. Loka samasta sukno bhavantu. We dedicate the blessings of our time together to all beings. May they know their light, may they know their love, may they know peace and joy, and may they have well-being and ease in every way in their life, and may they have enough to eat, and may they have a place to live. We wish that for all beings everywhere. Loka samasta sukno bhavantu. Loka samasta sukno bhavantu. Loka samasta sukno bhavantu. Peace, peace, peace. And if you want, you can stay in this beautiful space after we're done, and just continue to let the process of the journey unfold for you. And sometimes, the longer you're in the energy and the longer you stay with it, the deeper the process, the deeper the healing, the deeper the awakening. And just let your hearts continue to open. So I want to just express so much gratitude to everybody. I mean, I'm just going to cry. You guys are amazing. I could tell that you're right there with me. It means so much to me to be able to share. So I love you all. Everybody take care of yourselves. I'm so grateful for this beautiful space that Matthew and all of his team has opened for us here. And, all the wonderful people who come in and open themselves to the energy, and all the people who are offering. So thank you so much, and take good care. Okay. Love you all. And if you want to continue with comments, if you have any questions, I'll look at the comments after. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.